Still waiting for weeks for that simple form change or a dashboard tweak? What if you could build that app yourself without being a developer? Oracle Visual Builder is for people who think in ideas, not just code. Whether you are binding data to a service, managing Git workflows, or customizing using JavaScript, in this development environment, you are always in control. Oracle Visual Builder is how forward-thinking teams deliver solutions. Not someday, but today. The future of application development is visual, it's fast and connected, and it's already here. Stick with me as we explore how to build elegant, enterprise-ready apps designed for agility. Welcome. In this session, we will have a comprehensive overview to develop a web application using Oracle Visual Builder. This covers everything from setting up the development environment to building the web pages with various components such as form layouts, tables, and dialog boxes. We will see how to manage data with the data objects, establish a relationship between them, and implement search functionalities using JavaScript. Let's dive straight into the session. Basics and learning resources. Oracle Visual Builder is built on top of Oracle Jet, which is a toolkit that utilizes various frameworks and libraries to facilitate the web development. The code generated by drag and drop actions is stored in the JSON files, run files, and others, indicating a structured and declarative approach to application definition. You can toggle freely between the design view and the code view. The design view allows for a visual manipulation of the pages. Code view is for the direct HTML edits. When you are ready to learn more, start with Oracle's official documentations and workshops on docs.oracle.com. There you will find video crash courses, community forums, and VB cookbook, even a dedicated YouTube channel. Visual Builder comes in 3 deployment flavors. One is SaaS VB, VBCS, and Visual Builder Studio. SaaS VB is used for extending Oracle Fusion SaaS. VBCS is for quick apps that don't need heavy DevOps. When you need full CI/CD, Git repository for version control and deep collaboration, you can go for Visual Builder Studio. You can choose the model that fits your project. Next is setting up the IDE. Accessing and setting up Oracle Visual Builder involves several steps within the Oracle Cloud infrastructure. Log into cloud.oracle.com, open OIC Classic Developer Service, and if an instance doesn't exist, click on this Create Instance button. Pick an Oracle Integration Cloud Edition. It can be Standard or Enterprise. Add a name and description. You can choose the license options and message paths. Then you will be able to access the service instance. If the Visual Builder isn't enabled automatically, simply turn it on inside your OIC console and you will have the web-based IDE. Let's discuss the core concepts. Visual Builder talks to the outside world through service connections, REST APIs by default, and also SOAP web services via Oracle Integration Cloud. You have the option to secure your calls to the outside service with imported certificates. Inside the IDE, highlight a component to expose the properties panel, where you can tweak the classes, color, margin, fonts. If you need more UI components, browse and install extensions like Data Grid or Card Actions. Styling comes from inbuilt classes, but you can add custom CSS in apps.css file. Upload logos to the resources section. Icons can be referenced using specific icon classes. Names from Oracle Image Library, and you have the option to localize any text using apps string.json file. Next is the app structure and logic. Visual Builder applications follow a structured hierarchy. What is web applications, flows, and pages? A project is a web application, and within each application it owns one or more flows. And every flow contains pages. In VB, we have modular UI design feature which includes shells and fragments. Shell page allows you to create a skeleton, a global skeleton for the applications which will be reflected across all the web pages. Fragments are your reusable UI components, and this can be created once and used across multiple pages. Switching between design and code view is available. They always remain perfectly in sync with each other. Variables are used to hold the values entered by the user or derived by the application. Variables can be defined at different scopes such as page level, flow level, or application level. They store primitive data types such as string, number, boolean, etc. or complex structures like ADPs or SDPs. ADP is Array Data Provider, SDP Service Data Provider. Behavior of the applications are defined in the events. Example, click of a button. These trigger action chains. Action chains are sequences of predefined actions, and common actions include assigning variables, calling components, opening URLs, or even branch with if conditions. For custom logic, this cannot be achieved with inbuilt actions. You can use JavaScript functions that can be written within the environment. This is used for tasks like dynamically constructing complex query strings. Creating the application and business objects. You can click on New Application and give it a name, say Test Application, and pick a template. It can be empty, dashboard, or one from Cookbook. The welcome screen lets you set up the service connections, business objects, and web pages. What is business objects? Think of business objects as cloud tables where the data is stored in row-wise or column format. Let's create employee BO or business object. Here we can create employee table with the fields like ID, name, email, hire date, salary, etc. And you need to set the appropriate data types. Next is the department BO with name and location. Data can be imported from CSV, establishing a many-to-one relationship between the employee and department BOs. Next is location BO. Location BO is created with city and country ID. Here also we are establishing a many-to-one relationship with the department BO. Web page design and search UI. On your test application page, draw a collapsible section titled Search Criteria. Inside it, add a form layout with input text, one for employee ID and a radio set for salary search with options yes or no. Conditional input such as salary value that appears only if the salary search is yes with minimum and maximum number validation. Next is creating variables to store the employee ID and salary search criteria. Then you can apply the CSS class for layout and visual appearance, then style with the OJ Flex classes. You can add a full width search button as well. Mandatory flags are added for validation, and if bindings allow conditional visibility, making the form dynamic. Data tables and dynamic filtering. Populate a table from employee list SDP. Filtering can be done declaratively, or when the condition gets tricky, it can be handled in the JavaScript. Our custom JavaScript function getSearchQuery parameter builds the where clause on the fly, covering the cases such as input is available only for employee ID or salary only, or both fields, or even neither fields. You can map the function's output to the SDP queries parameter. Advanced features in UX part such as dialog box, progress bar, and CSV export. We can provide a feature that is clicking on a hyperlink in the table, that is the ID column, can open up a dialog box to display more detailed information about a selected employee record. The form layout pop-up shows read-only fields such as ID, name, phone, email, and department. You can show the user feedback while the data loads using a progress bar. Enable the column sorting where it matters, and install the export data component to let the users dump the table data to a CSV. Here you need to point to the same service data provider variable. Preview, staging and publishing. Every build phase has its own URL. Build phases such as preview, stage or live. Preview includes /preview URL. Stage is a polished test URL for project leads and quality assurance. You can choose to copy the developmental data for testing. Live is the production URL you will share with the customers or embed it in the Fusion apps. There is a debugging capability such as checking from the browser control for network request errors, or you can use your browser's network or console tab to debug the bad request 400 errors during the preview. When the stage is approved, hit publish and include stage data if needed, and your icon flips to green checkmark showing it's live. And that's a wrap. We have completed a journey through Oracle Visual Builder Cloud Service. We have covered everything from basic concepts as well as setup, advanced features and deployment strategy.